If you've been wondering what a sci-fi horror series and a modern first-person shooter got in common, it's a lot. It's hard to name two games more different. Got Battlefield, used to test graphics cards while you gun through your enemies, and the gory cult classic Dead Space. And they both got a lot more history with each other than you would think. In July 2024, Battlefield 2042 had a themed event called Outbreak. It had Dead Space weapons and enemies built to look like the Necromorphs. At first, I thought this crossover was a bit random, but after some research, it was looking like this was not the first time. If you guys go back to Battlefield 3 on one of its DLC maps, you can actually find Isaac Clarke's helmet from Dead Space 2 hidden behind a wall. This next Easter egg is gonna need some background. After EA lost millions on Dead Space 2 and mixed reviews kept coming in for Dead Space 3, EA asked Visceral Games to work on Hardline instead of more Dead Space. They ended up paying respects to Dead Space by letting you find two enemies in the campaign playing the game on the TV. This one's gotta be my personal favorite. Their dialogue while they play is hilarious.
So why the hell doesn't this guy in the helmet ever talk?
In the multiplayer map Hollywood Heights, you can find a statue of the Marker, the ancient statue that curses dead bodies to rise and mutate into the Necromorphs. In the downtown DLC map, you can find a closed-down store named the Ishimura, which is the same name as the spaceship Dead Space 1 takes place on. It's sad to say, but Hardline sales were not what EA was looking for. They tried to play it off by publicly supporting Hardline at the time, but Visceral shutdown really paints the true picture. We even almost got a single-player Star Wars game after EA's deal with Disney is set to be made by Visceral. But in the end, EA canceled it and shut down the game studio altogether. It's pretty easy to see that Visceral's specialty was hard-hitting single-player experiences. And it would have been dope to see how the studio handled something as crazy as the Star Wars universe. Now, even though I was impressed by the recent Dead Space 1 remake, sales were still not enough for EA. And as of right now, it is not looking bright for any future remakes. And as a huge fan of Dead Space 2 specifically, I'm heartbroken. Dead Space has a clear influence on a lot of titles that are out there right now. So it's sad to see things slow down for the series. Either way, nothing's gonna take away how classic early Battlefield and Dead Space were. I hope everybody enjoyed watching and seeing how these two games had a hidden history with each other the whole time. Stay tuned for more content from us here at the RetroCorp. Make sure you guys follow us on Instagram, and don't forget to subscribe.